Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming out. We have a big and exciting announcement, I think, today for everyone in Harrisburg, which is that starting on March 1st, only a few days away now, we are going to be switching our mobile app provider to a new company called ParkMobile. And ParkMobile is by far the largest company of this sort in the country. In fact, they're already in most of our neighboring municipalities with major parking systems. You can find them in Lancaster, you can find them in State College, you can find them in Pittsburgh. Going south, you can find them in DC and Baltimore. So there are thousands and thousands of users that are already familiar with ParkMobile and have it on their phone. And now they're going to be able to simply use that same app here in Harrisburg. And one of the exciting promotions which ParkMobile is going to be doing is they will be notifying their thousands and thousands of customers about the fact that it can be utilized in Harrisburg and about the various promotions that we're going to be putting forth as a part of the launch of this app. I want to say first and foremost, we are going to be relaunching our LUV HBG promotion, which is, I think, the best deal that nobody really knows about in Harrisburg, which is you can park for 4 hours on us for free in the city of Harrisburg. ParkMobile is going to make sure that everyone knows that it's there. And they have a great feature on the app. In the old days, you sort of had to be in the know. You had to know the code, you had to type the code in. Well, with ParkMobile now, it's going to be right there when you do your parking session. Right when you begin to type in, there'll be a list of the promotions that you can use, and you can just simply apply the LUV HBG code. Much, much easier to use. We're also launching, and this is very exciting, a new promotion called After 5. And this code will allow parking from 5 to 7 p.m. in the downtown, which has already been reduced to $2. It will drop it down a whole nother $1, so it will be parking after 5 in the downtown for only $1 an hour. And again, that coupon code is going to be right there in the phone, so you won't miss it. You don't have to be in the know. It'll be right there for you to apply. They're also going to use a technique called geofencing, which basically allows them, they know when somebody is coming into Harrisburg who already has the app on their phone. And if you come into Harrisburg, you're going to get a little message that says, "Welcome to Harrisburg. Did you know these are the promotions?" You'll get an email that says, here's LUV-HBG, here's After 5, why don't you use it and come visit our great city. So that's very exciting. The LUV-HBG code is simply being relaunched. The new After 5 is going to be tested as a pilot program. And if it is successful, it is the hope that the system will adopt it permanently as it did with the LUV-HBG code. So the first 3,000 hours of After 5 are going to be sort of pilot tested, and that is a partnership between ParkMobile, Park Harrisburg, and SP Plus. And I'm joined today, of course, by Nancy Keim, who you know with SP Plus, and Devin Drabeck, who's our Business Development Officer with the city. There is even more exciting stuff with this new app. Another thing that I like very much about the app is going to tell you if it's a holiday, or it's going to tell you if the meters aren't in effect. Right now, there's a big guessing game. Sometimes you'll drive up to a meter, you won't quite know. Well, now it's not going to let you pay. It will tell you, enjoy the holiday. Today is a holiday. It will also do in-app messaging to help the city promote its activities and its festivals. We've got a big St. Patrick's Day parade, which the Downtown Improvement District is sponsoring this year. ParkMobile will be out in person for that, telling people how to sign up for the app. But in the future, for like Capona or the 4th of July, we'll be able to send a message, and that message can also relay specific promotions and other types of parking promotions which we'll be having for the festivals. So it's a great way for the city to advertise what's going on. Another nice feature about the app is you're no longer going to have to go out, read the small print on the sign to get your zone, and then type that into it. That will be auto-populated for you via GPS. So you'll pull up, and your app and smartphone will know what zone you're already in. Part and parcel to that is, and we've brought a copy of the sign, you should expect to see new signage and new zone numbers all throughout the city of Harrisburg. Those will be going up between now and March 1st. So the zone numbers will change. They're actually fewer digits than the older ones, but they will also populate automatically into your phone. So isn't that a sensible feature? Another aspect which is new for the parking system, and we're very pleased that we're able to offer this, and we want to thank Park Harrisburg for going out on a limb and trying this, but for the first time we are going to be offering discounts, bulk discounts for businesses if they want to purchase parking in advance and then use it to help promote themselves. So let's say the Whitaker Center would like to offer free parking with a particular show. They're going to be able to work now with the app and the system to develop a special code for that event. And by buying it in advance, they're going to be able to get a bulk purchase discount. It's at 10%, so 10% free for buying many hours of parking. That's a big deal. It's also going to be very easy, and Devin has had a series of meetings this week with the local businesses in Harrisburg to sort of gauge their feedback. It's going to be very possible for businesses now to promote themselves and offer different types of specials. You can validate parking in real time, so somebody can come in and you can validate their session, which is current. You can also give them a code which will work next time. You can choose not only the amount of parking that you want to validate, but also the zones where you want it validated. And you can put sort of expiration dates on your code. So if a business wants to have, I don't know, free parking on us in this zone for this particular day, they can do that. And they'll have an account which will be managed through SP Plus. So we are very, very excited about those changes. All of those changes put together are going to make it much easier for people to park in the city of Harrisburg. They're going to be able to save through a lot of different promotions, and I think it's going to empower businesses in ways that are going to help businesses grow and empower the city in ways that will help us promote events and get more people into the downtown. So that, in a nutshell, is what is going on here on March 1st with ParkMobile. And I wanted to say one more thing before we take your question, which is that we've talked a lot about the mobile app, but we are also now officially expanding the free parking options around the Broad Street Market. City Council voted this week on an ordinance we proposed to extend the 2-hour parking zone on many of the side streets and in the lots near the market. That is going to start, that extension of that 2-hour zone is going to begin on March 10th. So the new mobile app, March 1st, the new extended zone of free 2-hour parking around the market beginning March 10th, so a lot happening in the month of March. So we'd like to open it up for questions, and if I can't answer them, I'm sure Nancy or Devin could. Any questions about ParkMobile? And yes, that's right.
So ParkMobile, you can pay on the app, right?
Yes, yes, you can pay via PayPal or a credit card or MasterPass or anything, and you'll be able to set it up. It's a very simple interface to use. The old mobile app provider we had was confusing. It was difficult. You're constantly having to update things. This is very, very simple. So you'll be able to pay via credit card set up on the app, and you'll be able to program in your various vehicles. So it's pretty nice. You get to choose your card, choose your method of payment, and then choose your amount of time for your parking session, auto-populated with the zone, and then also choose the promotions that are available. And you're going to see, you will, and you'll be able to extend your parking session, and that's really terrific. But I also like the fact that you'll be able to see the promotions. So if it's a Saturday, you're going to be able to see, hey, I can get $4 off, and you got 4 hours free with Love HPG. Or if you're between 5 and 7, you'll be able to see, let's take advantage of the new After 5 code. That's great. Yep.
Can you talk about kind of maybe what may have prompted this? I mean, is the lack of people patronizing maybe businesses, maybe business concerns about people patronizing their business? Did this prompt getting a new provider so you can provide these specials or anything like that?
I will be frank with you and say that we had high hopes for the previous mobile app. It never materialized. They did not deliver on a lot of the promises that they had made towards the business community in terms of what they were going to do to help promote the city and help promote businesses. ParkMobile has already a proven track record of doing this, as I say, all throughout Pennsylvania and throughout the country, and they've come in with a very aggressive plan, and they've already got these coupon codes programmed and ready to go. So we're going to launch seamlessly on March 1st, and it's going to be very exciting. I think you're going to see a much higher adoption rate with the ParkMobile app. As I said before, and this is key, there are thousands and thousands of people. Does anyone in this room currently have ParkMobile on their phone from a different place? Anyone? No? I know I do. I know Devin does, right? You have Rehoboth.
Yeah.
I have it from DC. You have it from...
Rehoboth.
Yeah. So all those people that already have it, now if they come into Harrisburg or near Harrisburg, they're going to get an alert saying, hey, you can use ParkMobile. You're going to see an adoption rate, and we'll release these figures and numbers, that is going to be much, much higher than what we had before. The easier it is for people to park, the easier it is for them to receive discounts and promotions, the better they're going to feel about the system, the fewer tickets they're going to get, and everything else. And that's going to, I think, in the long term, breed a lot of positive goodwill, be good for the city. So that's why we're doing it.
Absolutely. Did you guys get any concerns from businesses though? Just how things have been?
Yeah, businesses they have wanted for some time, they want to be able to be empowered to use the parking system as something to help be a positive in promoting their business, as opposed to the sort of negative narrative that it's, which they're not really in control of, that it's a negative thing. I like the concept of being able to go out to eat for dinner and have a business say, hey, we're going to offer parking's on us if you come and you have dinner. And you'll get a coupon code, you'll be able to put it right in. They'll be able, throughout the country, businesses are using a mobile app like ParkMobile to help promote themselves. And now in Harrisburg, they'll be able to do the same thing.
How long
Yes?
is this partnership for?
How long is the contract?
Indefinitely.
Indefinitely at this point, so I guess it probably has a series of automatic renewals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What happened with the Pango app? I mean, you're not using it anymore. Did that contract end, or was that contract terminated? Was it bought out, or?
I think the contract was ended.
You
It
can
was,
give 30-day out.
that it had approved. We knew when we entered in with Pango originally that it was a relatively unproven app, at least in this country. It had widespread adoption in Europe and elsewhere, and the contract was written with an opt-out. And frankly, it didn't work well, and it resulted in a lot of contested tickets. It resulted in a lot of problems, frustration. Sometimes it would be down, sometimes people would use it, and they would end up getting a ticket anyway. That was an app problem. ParkMobile has talked about, has a real track record in other cities of working extremely well and being very user-friendly.
But ParkMobile, did they apply when this contract was put out there and Pango was chosen over ParkMobile?
Pango was chosen over
Why
ParkMobile
was that?
originally.
And ParkMobile was
Originally,
a great company.
Pango was offering less of a transaction fee and made promises that it was going to be able to do a lot of the things which we're going to be doing now with ParkMobile, but it didn't deliver, and it caused a lot of frustration. And this, Pango's a fine company. We're here to talk about. We have a really good partnership with ParkMobile. We think it's a good proposal. They're going to do a lot to promote it for the city, and I think it'll be good for businesses and good for everybody.
What's the boundary line when you say downtown for happy hour? What is the parameters?
The whole area, which is currently $2 an hour, so basically not Midtown. For the yes,
Chestnut
Yeah.
to Foster Street.
Forster Street then.
So
Yep.
it doesn't cross over Foster?
Does not.
No, not this
We
group.
talked to a business owner last night, and they were upset that it doesn't cross over to Foster, and they looked at why
Well,
we being penalized.
we've had a perception for a while. First of all, on that side of the city in Midtown, it's only costs $1.50 an hour to park.
Okay.
And there's been a perception among downtown merchants that it hasn't been fair that it's more expensive to park in the downtown than it is to park in Midtown. So we wanted to do a promotion that was specifically geared towards the downtown that had felt, left out or, unfairly singled out for the higher rates. So that's why the After 5 promotion is focusing on the downtown where the rate is higher. So it will now be $1 an hour to park between 5 and 7 if you use your ParkMobile app in the downtown.
And the program is set for 3,000 hours of, how long do you anticipate that? That's if the users are using those
Right.
hours. How
We're
long would that-
not entirely sure. It depends on the adoption rate, and it depends on how many people come to park in Harrisburg from 5 to 7. But our hunch, our goal, is that by running this really terrific promotion, we're going to get more people wanting to come down and park from 5 to 7. Basically the deal is, if we are able to generate more traffic, then we'll be able to hopefully extend the promotion beyond the 3,000 hours. So 3,000 hours is enough of a pilot to be able to get the data to see if it's going to work or not work.
And is the city guaranteeing the offset of what SB Plus might not be
No,
getting?
they are not. The city, it is kindly being done by SB Plus, Park Harrisburg, and ParkMobile together as part of their initial promotion for the app. A good way to get people to try the app is to have such a great promotion as $1 parking per hour. Okay, yes?
Anybody that parks in the city now, can they no longer use the Pango app? Like, I just parked outside, used Pango, it appeared to work.
Pango is
Still
still
wants one.
working. It does occasionally have these glitches, and we hope there will be a seamless, transition on March 1st. I believe. Do you want to address that? There might be a little bit of an overlap, but eventually, the signs are changing, the code numbers are changing, and ParkMobile will be what you will need to adapt as of March 1st.
And is there a convenience fee involved with using the app?
Yes, there is.
What's the difference?
There is. It's 35 cents.
Okay.
And one nice thing about that is, depending on the promotions that are being run, businesses can also have that waived. So if I want to offer free parking, I can also waive the convenience fee as a business, or other specials can waive the convenience fee. So, but it is 35 cents.
So that's when you download the app, you automatically have to pay 35 cents? Or
It's 35 cents when you use
Every
the
time
app.
you use
Yes,
it. Okay.
that's right. Now, there's that's pretty standard in the industry. Pango had a lower initial convenience fee, but a lot of times it resulted in a lot of hassle for people, so it wasn't worth it.
A question on the Petco board meeting. It was scheduled for Wednesday of this week. It was canceled once again. I think the December meeting was canceled. Are you involved in understanding why they're canceling these meetings?
I am not involved with the
As the mayor or
no.
any?
They seem to regularly cancel their meetings. You're going to have to ask Pep for that question. Yep. Okay, thank you all. Thank you all for coming.